Mm-hmm.
So I guess here's where we find out what number 2 is. I was wrong.
Welcome back to another episode of Backroads Bourbon and Barbecue. Today, we got ourselves a little bit of a competition, if you will. It's kind of something that Luke's been curious about, as well as you. Brad kind of brought it up to me that him and Luke have kind of been pondering a little bit. That the benchmark, what is it, the single barrel?
Single barrel.
Yeah, so the benchmark single barrel is slightly less aged Eagle Rare. Now, this might be like a crazy conspiracy theory or something, but
just that we're creating.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm sure there's probably some other people out there who have kind of thought of the same thing along the same lines, maybe with some different whiskeys.
Or maybe we're not even close.
Or, we might be like 3 states over.
But what do we... knows? Yeah, tell him what Luke's thinking.
Yeah, so what he thinks is that it was basically Eagle Rare that was sitting, aging in a barrel, and they robbed a few barrels from the rick house.
Yeah.
And sent them off to be bottled for benchmark.
So the question is this very cheap?
Right. Because this is what, like $14 a bottle, something like that?
You can get it. I've seen it that cheap.
Yeah.
No more than $20 probably a bottle.
Yeah. No, it's a very, very inexpensive whiskey.
And we're thinking that maybe it's a little bit like, it might be a little bit of Eagle Rare.
Right. Because, Eagle Rare, I think MSRP is roughly right around $40, something like that, maybe even less. Yeah. But with allocated. It being, it's allocated, and it's very hot commodity, so people tend to really hike it up. So we're going to kind of do a little myth busting, if you will.
Yeah. Eagle Rare.
I really hope that's not copyrighted, but
no, we're sorry if that is.
It's probably not.
Eagle Rare allocated. You got to know somebody to get it most times. Yep. Sometimes it's on the shelf. Benchmark, bottom shelf.
Yeah. So, and we've been seeing some benchmark getting put on the shelves around here lately.
It's everywhere now.
Yeah,
I see it.
Yeah. So it's like before you would have to go a couple states over, kind of haggle a little bit to get it. I know you had one of your friends, Mike, brought him some up from Florida.
Yeah, back when it was hard to get here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And now it's not.
So now that we got it readily available, we're gonna kind of put it to the test and see just what we're working with. So
So I guess we
jump right into it.
Yeah, let's jump right in, and we don't know which ones these are, so we're kind of blind shooting these. And granted, it's a 50-50, but still, we're gonna just judge them honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So starting off with letter A.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Trevor.
All right. So it's going to be interesting to hear ourselves and what we said, smell and taste wise on this to that.
Right. Because
and they're both, so one's 90 proof, one's 95 proof, so they're close enough to where it's going to be hard to tell.
The proof isn't going to make a whole lot of difference with 5 points in difference. The age might be the thing that makes the difference between the two, depending on how old the single barrel was when it was bottled. Because I know Eagle Rare is a 10-year, so if this one's like a 4, maybe a 5, could be a little bit harsher, a little more of those youthful kind of harsh oak tones in there, but we're gonna see.
I'm liking it. So it's a light fruity.
Really nice. Yeah,
it's nice.
It's kind of like a light strawberry almost. Maybe like a hint of orange. There's definitely a little punch of citrus in there,
and a little bit of those light sugars, the brown sugar, a gentle brown sugar.
It is, just a very, very gentle group of aromas, I would say.
That's about the extent of it, really.
Yeah, it's nothing like crazy complex or anything.
Smells good though. Great. Yeah, really good. Okay.
I'm
getting chocolate at the beginning.
There was definitely first pour of the day, so it might be why.
You might have to.
But definitely, I might have to get a second sip. But on that first sip, very much like harsh oak tones right away.
Oh, really?
At least that's what I'm getting, and you kind of get that bitterness on the back end. All those fruit and sugar sweetnesses all came through the mid palate, but toward the end, it kind of,
I think so.
Trails
too.
off, gets a little bitter. You get a little bit of that char. And...
I had a sip of bourbon before we started.
Oh, cheater.
So I'm kind of acclimated a little bit.
Yeah, he's already warmed up.
So I hit a chocolate right at the beginning, a little bit. But then what you said,
right?
The fruits come through, and it finished really nice. It's light, a light finish, but nice, very nice. Now I get that in my brain, and I'm smelling a little bit of something like that.
Yeah, and going back on that second sip, I still get that just a little bit.
Maybe a little.
It's also been a little while since I've had a pour, so I mean, maybe my palate's not quite acclimated.
Some sort of
something along those lines. Yeah, it's just kind of something. Maybe it's just grainy, if that makes sense. Just kind of just a grainy note.
Gentle one.
Yeah, it's not like kick you in the face like a wheated bourbon or something like that. Whereas that's a little more forward.
But I'm getting a little bit of a chocolatey thing in it. It's way in the back.
Is it?
To me, it's nothing up front and chocolate. But there's some sort of a sweet, chocolatey, candy-ish type of thing in the back. I don't want to say candy because then everybody thinks Skittles and Starburst and all that. It's that candy bar-ish thing in the back.
I could kind of get like, not necessarily. I mean, it's probably still categorized as a candy bar, but more of like a dark chocolate bar, rather than like one of the higher percent dark chocolate bars, like a 70 or a 80 or something like that.
Just a little.
No, it's definitely just like a little, like they dropped a little chocolate chip inside of it or something like that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
maybe something like that.
Nestle's chocolate chip thing.
Sure, some Toll House. Why not? I mean, okay. Not bad overall.
No,
I mean,
good all in all.
Definitely, right, it's a very fundamental type of palate. Not super out there, like crazy sort of notes or anything like that, like you get on some of the like higher age bottles or higher proof, if you will.
The finish was just very nice and gentle.
It was good. Yeah, nothing super harsh or anything.
I'm gonna go with a regular old number here that I think in my head. Okay,
I'm gonna be generous.
Okay,
I'm gonna be generous.
All right, now you want to present B. Okay.
You don't have to do sound effects or anything.
Good. Yeah,
I got it.
You're welcome, Trevor.
We're just out here doing the work for you.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Ooh.
I gotta do the same thing.
Okay. So there is a little bit of difference. It's very subtle. This one has a lot less aroma to it.
Which one?
A lot less B. Okay. It's definitely a lot less pungent. I don't know if I just got a hefty whiff.
Okay. To me, in this one, I'm getting the first thing that popped into my head was some sort of a berry type of a thing.
This one, there's really nothing sticking out at me on this one. It's kind of,
I don't
know.
I got a little bit of that coffee pot that sat all day then cooled off. Almost got like
kind of that like day old coffee kind of thing.
Yeah, and a
little burnt.
Did you get that a little bit?
A touch. I could kind of see it.
Yeah.
I also get, might call me crazy, but kind of like a sweet tart in a way. Just like a little bit of that tart fruit kind of. Maybe that's like that kind of the oak flavored kind of sneaking in with the berry a little bit. It smells good.
Yeah.
Now that I'm smelling it more, I'm getting like a little bit of pear maybe or something along those lines. It's kind of like a soft light fruit. God, I feel like I might pass out if I just keep huffing fumes. But
I know there's kind of a little.
I feel like I need to take multiple.
I am getting some barrel stuff in there too, a little bit. Some like we're like sitting on a deck that just got built.
I mean, I kind of get where you're coming from. Yeah.
And
kind of that like fresh cedar kind of smell.
Just get it a little bit because you're out in the open.
Right. You just get a whiff. It smells good. I mean, not offensive or anything.
No.
Didn't expect it to be, but. So. World's different on the front.
Yeah.
Totally different.
I want to see if you say something else that I caught right away too.
Let her rip. I don't.
The viscosity. It coated my mouth
yes.
more.
Yes.
100%.
Yes. Now, like, never mind. I'm gonna have to sit with this for
you know
a little
what?
bit longer.
That was nice all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
But this one was really good too. I'm gonna take one more sip of this and then go sip, just to dial it in because this is kind of tough.
This one's. It's kind of got like it's kind of that light fruit that I was talking about.
It is.
But it's also got like a little bit of, excuse me, it's got a little bit of like almost like leather. Do you get that too?
I mean,
it's such a weird, obscure note. But it just barely gets thrown in there. And it's kind of just in the background. It's kind of like a
musty. There's a mustiness to it a little bit. I think that's the leather you're talking about.
I think so, yeah. Because it does kind of smell like I don't want to say wet leather because that sounds gross, but it is kind of like a damp leather in a way. You know, it smells completely different when it's wet versus when it's dry. So it's like you bought a fresh wallet that's actually made out of leather, and it just gets a little like you had to walk through the rain to get back to the car.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching, but it's something like that.
Was the wallet in your back pocket? Because then what?
Just holding it just like this.
Oh, okay.
It's your new pet goldfish. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, now that I got that in my head, I got to go back here one time and see.
Oh, see, this one smells so much sweeter now. They're very similar, but they are so vastly different at the same time.
I know it's weird to say that, but they are. They're I'm gonna without washing. I'm gonna.
Damn, I don't.
Okay, when I first came into this, when I first went to B, I thought, oh, there's a little bit more proof. I think. But then I went back to A, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
The proof is there.
I feel like A is hotter, but also we can't really. I mean, we can because there is a 5-point difference between the two, but at the same time, we also have to take into account that one's younger than the other, and
that really comes down to, for me, I like them both.
Right.
I would go to anybody's house or whatever, and
I would gladly drink either.
Happy to drink
100%, 100%.
Obviously, yes. Even, and we know what they are.
Yeah.
So that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, these are kind of just no-brainer to say yes to. However, I do think I have a victor in my mind. If you do as well. I don't think I'm going to change any of my scores because I'm not even going to bother scoring which one I like the most.
Okay. Which one did you say citrusy?
That was A. I got a lot more citrus on
I just
the
went
nose.
back to B, and
Did you get the citrus on it?
I felt like I got a taste of citrus. I could be kooky. I am kooky.
Yeah, there's not really much of anything on the nose as far as citrus goes.
This is interesting. This is going to be interesting, and I hope it helps you guys. Well, I hope it helps you a little bit towards that it doesn't have to be allocated. Maybe. I don't know.
Depending on the turnout of the video.
Exactly.
But
they're both great.
I don't get the citrus on that one.
Okay.
No, I get.
It might have been just me.
I may have kind of been thinking that it was something else, but I get a lot more on this, or kind of like more of your, what I would consider more of like old school bourbon, where it's kind of like that tobacco, leather, just kind of more of those kind of more rustic flavors, if you will. I don't know if that makes sense, but this one's more like, I don't even know.
Lighter, it's
like
kind
of more springy almost. I would call this one a spring bourbon, and this one more of like a fall bourbon.
I totally
like a late fall.
Yeah,
that's where I say
this is tough, because the one thing that's pulling me towards this one is truly just the viscosity on how 100%. The mouthfeel is.
Yes.
But this one here, we're getting into springtime. It was warm today, and that sweetness is
very nice. The only thing that's pulling me away from this one is how harsh the oak is right away at the sip.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously that's going to be palate dependent. So you can't judge everything off of what I'm saying.
Man, it's still good though.
It smells and tastes so good.
Okay, I got it. Are you ready? I mean,
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Okay. So, do we push out the one that we like the most, or?
Yeah, me and you. Okay. Just so we can see, your number 2. Your number 2 is go. Same with me.
Yeah.
B is B's number 1.
Yeah.
So I guess we can get these out of the way.
And yeah, the viscosity for sure is definitely a winning factor on that one.
Yeah.
It makes a ton of difference because that's always something that I look for in a whiskey is.
And this is, you guys out there already know what this is. I hope this helped you, but this is where we find out. So we had A number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess here's where we find out what number 2 is. I was wrong.
Yeah, I was too.
Did that look on your face?
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Well,
I hope this definitely helped you.
Sorry, that might have been a little loud. I kind of yelled.
I would have bet a lot of money that B was Eagle Rare.
100%.
Wouldn't you have?
I absolutely would have. I would have put money on that. 100%. Because there's no way in my mind. Given this one's not age stated like this is, so I don't know how long they kept this in the barrel for, but there's no way in my mind that something that's like $14 versus a $40 bottle of whiskey is going to be that viscous.
That was really viscous.
It was great.
I mean, and when we say, I know he feels the same way. When we say really viscous, we're meaning viscous for a $40 and under bottle.
Exactly. Yes.
It was shockingly viscous.
It's like nice and oily, but it's not like overbearing.
I am shocked.
That's wild. That is insane.
I knew you thought the same thing. Me and
100% I did.
We thought, well, you know what? Here we are. We're comparing the two. And we're going to pick Eagle Rare. I kind of thought right from the get-go we were going to.
I thought the same thing because we both love it.
Yes.
We have no issues with Eagle Rare aside from how much people are asking for it.
And how hard it is to get.
That's the only gripe about it. Excellent bottle of whiskey. If you can find it for MSRP, grab it. Do not hesitate. However, this one I may even pay above MSRP for. Like...
If it was, because I know that it's always been around $17 to $20, but if I knew that it was hard to find, and it was sitting there at 40, especially after this episode, I would not
hesitate. Yeah,
without a doubt.
Yeah,
if you see this in the shelves, and I know you will around here for in the 20s,
for sure. Yeah,
all day long.
I'm sure you'll see them close to nationwide. So if you see one, just do yourself a favor and
don't
grab
even think
one.
about it. Don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt. That's insane.
Hey, Luke.
I mean,
I bet Luke just chuckled a little bit.
You're on to something. I don't know if necessarily they're the same juice, but there might be a new sheriff in town.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That's crazy. That's actually...
I'm glad we did this episode.
Yes.
Luke, when we see you back here again, we're giving you this challenge. Buckle up.
Yeah.
Because
this is going to be...
It's difficult.
Fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because I wrestled with myself making that decision.
I did 100%. too. I almost went back to Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
But it was that viscosity thing and that just the quality of what I was drinking that sold me.
100%. Yeah. This...
And we were saying old, we were saying leathery, we were saying dark. Awesome. What an episode.
Crazy outcome. But
that was a great episode. I guess we wrap it up now, huh?
Yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let your friends know.
Yeah. It's working. Our subscribers are going up. We're getting closer to that giveaway on the bottles. So.
Yeah. And leave us some ideas in the comments. I know we say that a few times here and there, but we mean it. I mean, anything that you can think of, we'd be willing to kind of branch off into different branches of liquor.
Yeah.
Whether it's like tequilas, rums we've done before, but we'd be happy to do it again. Just leave us some ideas. I mean,
or ask us questions. Get our opinions. I know
absolutely.
somebody asked me a question a while back on I think it was our E.H. Taylor episode and the stag or it was the stag one and something else. I can't remember. But it's good talking back and forth and stuff and getting his opinion and getting mine. So thank you and keep asking questions.
Absolutely. Yes. So, we would love to hear from you guys.
Yeah. Thank you to our first responders and thank you to our military men and women out there putting everything on the line. You guys rock. God bless you.
It's good to see you guys. I think that's it.
Nothing else? Okay, we got nothing.
I don't think so. I guess that's it.
All right.
So, see you guys next time.
Peace.